The phrase power couple could have been coined for this year's inductees into the ITBA Hall of Fame. Mete Osborne and Dermot Cantillon.
What a team, what a partnership in business and in life. I'm in awe of what they do and also of the skills that they bring to their partnership. Expertise in pedigrees, confirmation judgment, strategic thinking, commercial nous, rigour and an unwavering commitment to hard work. And look, Dermot brings something to the partnership as well.
I first met Dermot here on the farm actually. He had just come in from Kentucky. He got his degree in agricultural science and I didn't believe him and I questioned him hard on it, and then I finally realised the guy really knew what he was talking about. And so we walked around the farm and I took an instant like to the guy. He was a really genuine, open person, and it took a little while to be able to understand him because his accent was so thick, but he really was an instantly likable person.
They look at life from different perspectives, but they share the same passion. You know, Mete and Dermot are so good together in that they're one of those rare couples that seem to fully enjoy each other's company as much today as probably when they first met.
Above all, I would say Dermot is an enthusiast. With Dermot, the glass isn't just half full. There's about to be so much liquid in evidence that more glasses need to be bought as quickly as possible. He loves life and he loves the game.
Myself and Dermot would go racing all the time with a great friend of ours called Peter O'Flynn, God rest him. I suppose obviously the highlight of our racing careers was going to Melbourne in 1993, and we went there as a 14-to-1 chance. Not really expecting to win, but hoping to win. When we won, it was like one of the more magical moments of our lives.
Vintage Crop is a danger, and Great Vintage is late. Tiarco Nick, but Vintage Crop has got him. Vintage Crop, the Irish horse will win the Melbourne Cup. Vintage Crop, 2 lengths. Tiarco Nick just held second. Mercator flashed up for third.
And we led in Vintage Crop that day, and it was incredible. We didn't expect Media Puzzle to win prior to going, and we had to qualify in the Geelong Cup, which we won. And then when he qualified in that, and because the ground was so much in his favour, he was backed into favour, and of course there was the great story of the jockey. And Dermot was there to get all the glory and all the plaudits, and he deserved them. It was really a special moment for him, I'm sure.
Well, I think Mete and Dermot have just been phenomenal in the time they're willing to give to benefit the industry and to help other people. I call it the John Ox test. I served on an awards jury with the great man, and he was the second last person to speak, and he changed the course of the whole discussion because he said, look, these awards shouldn't just go to people who do their job. They should go to people who go above and beyond the call of duty. And Dermot and Mete passed that test with flying colours. You know,
I suppose the one word you describe him at is anything he goes after, he wants to do it right, he wants to do it well, and he's going to do it with passion.
In particular, she's a great advocate for girls and women in horse racing, and she's walked the walk herself. You know, she's been senior steward of the Turf Club back in the day. She's led her professional veterinary association. You know, it's pretty incredible what she's done.
The minute she was going to step into the role of senior steward of the Turf Club, well, it was going to be in great hands.
She's so understated and humble in her approach, and I think that's what makes people really believe in Mete and follow Mete. If she does something or she's interested in something, people listen.
It was always very professional, very fair, and at the end of the day, when we walked out of the room, we all wanted the best for Irish racing, and I think that was never lost on Mete.
There's a litany of young people who would call Dermot a mentor, I think. You know, he genuinely enjoys his talks with the National Stud and the Flying Start groups every year, and anyone who comes up to Dermot who's young and interested, he will give them more than the time of day, he'll give them his genuine attention.
The people that, you know, we think of Pat Hayes, we think of our wonderful manager at the moment, Ian Thompson, Cathal Beale, Mary Kilduff, you know, the list of great people, John Burke, Paul Winters, that have come through the kind of Mete and Dermot school and thrived since, you know, is a great one.
They only want ever the best for the thoroughbred industry in Ireland, and they have shown that in an enormous amount of work that they've got through in a very short space of time.
Both have given a lifetime's commitment to the Irish bloodstock sector, and allied to their hugely successful careers, their devotion to voluntary work for the betterment of the entire industry has been remarkable.
Dermot has given inordinate amount of time to being on boards like the ITBA, ITM, HRI, as well as NACE, GOFS and the TOTE. So they've made a huge contribution.
If we were to describe Dermot as passionate about the industry, you'd say the same for Mete. You know, Mete has worn every cap you could possibly wear within the industry, and all for the betterment of the sport, and all for the betterment of the animals and for the participants in the sport.
I think being senior steward of the Turf Club was huge. Not only in Ireland, but globally, for people to see that was huge. And in saying that, I travel the world every year, and you know, Mete Osborne's name is known across the world.
The passion that they have, it hasn't dimmed one iota over decades. They just love racing and breeding, and they put their heart and soul into it.
Well, I think Cantillon is in existence, must be nearly 20 years at this stage, and to breed 4 Group 1 winners from a farm in that space of time is no mean feat. I remember I wasn't long in the door when Casamento occurred, and I remember him going over to the race, and Mick Alford was confident and everybody was confident, but to win a Group 1 as a 2-year-old, you know, for a homebred is something every small breeder, you know, as they were at the time, dreams of. But it came on the back of other, you know, incredible successes. Alexander Goldrun was remarkable, you know, a fantastic horse to be involved in, and Red Evie, you know, as again as another multiple Group 1 winner. But I think in recent years, obviously State of Rest has given Dermot tremendous satisfaction, and Mete, of course, you know, to win 4 Group 1s across the globe as well. I know he got immense satisfaction with his connections to Australia, having lifted 2 Melbourne Cups down there. To see a horse you've bred win the Cox Plate, the greatest race in Australia, is really something that's very hard to replicate.
It is remarkable, the Roll of Honour of where these horses have won. You know, Tinnakill have bred Group 1 winners at Saratoga, at Hong Kong, at Royal Ascot, the first £1 million race at Royal Ascot, at the Lockinge.
To build your own farm from scratch and to have that in as good a position as it is today, 20 years later, is no mean feat. And to be consistently turning out Group 1 winners over a 20-year period, there's immense satisfaction in that.
I personally think their greatest achievement is their fantastic family.
Their enthusiasm for us is hugely appreciated and hugely required at times. You know, we lean on our parents, and we love them very much. And I'd have to think, you know, and they also to their respective siblings as well. You know, we take great joy in hanging out with all our wider family, and you know, I think for us, it's that you know, love of family and love of each other. Dermot's defied genetics. You know, he's in his youthful 60s, but in fact he has a 100-year-old child in Naas Racecourse. And if anyone was to get in the way of the betterment of Naas Racecourse in any sense, he would get quite frustrated.
If you see the development of Naas and the new stands and the parade ring and all the things that they've done over the years, I mean, it's quite a testament to his managerial capabilities. You know, outside of breeding good racehorses, outside of being a racing manager, I mean, he's actually, you know, would have been a very successful executive in most of the fields he would have worked in.
Oh, like, if you were to build a jigsaw with 2 pieces, you'd put Dermot and Mete together.
They're a team. They operate as a team in everything they do. It's not just a marriage, it's a team, it's a friendship, and I think it's very fitting that they be inducted to the ITBA Hall of Fame as Dermot and Mete, and I'm delighted for them.
From every perspective, they richly deserve the accolade that you're giving them tonight. It's an amazing accolade for an amazing couple with who've done so much for this industry.
I think it's also a great tribute to Mete, because back in 2005, Mete was in this room when her own father, Michael Osborne, was being inducted into the Hall of Fame. So to have that, legacy continue through the Osbornes is a wonderful thing.
They will have been humbled by being chosen for this award, and I think they will be rightly immensely proud because they've been selected by their peers for this accolade. They have been chosen as the professionals, and you can't get a better award than that.
DC, Mete, million congratulations on this award. Sorry I'm not there, but thinking on your interests and involvements in the stud and racing world, I can't think of two people who more deserve this. Plus you're a great team, great partnership. If I had to pick out one thing, it probably would be your promotion and teaching of the next generation, which you do with enthusiasm. Dermot and Mete, you're my great friends. Years ago you welcomed me into your home and at times absorbed me into your family, and I will be forever grateful, and I thank you. Have a great night and see you next week.
Congratulations Dermot and Mete. It's awesome. You've been great to me and great to my family, and best of luck.
They are a powerhouse pair, and a father and a mother that we're just immensely proud of.
Dermot and Mete's lives have been blessed with many successes. They've been an inspiration to many within the Irish bloodstock industry, and both have left a huge footprint in the sector. They are indeed the ultimate power couple and are most worthy inductees into the Hall of Fame.
She's so bloody talented. Don't put that in. The only thing she hasn't done is run a marathon. I mean, basically.